Okay. All right. Hey there, humans. I wanted to do a video about why we, anyone, should respect bigots and bigotry. I understand 100% why people assume that we shouldn't. But, of course, I understand, there's emotions involved, and the immediate reaction is, even when you think about it, why respect anyone who does something that objectively is morally negative, is wrong? Well, first you have to get down to what you mean by respect, because that's the key word. If you mean respect as in pay your respects as if you're holding them to some higher regard, then no, you don't pay your respects. But if you mean respect in that context that makes sense, which would be considering their point and understanding it fairly, then 100% you should have respect towards bigotry and bigots and everything else. If you take respect in that context, which is what almost always what we really mean when we say respect something, which is to understand it, to be fair about it, instead of being prejudiced and bigoted about it. It makes perfect sense to respect it. I respect why we don't want to respect something negative like bigots or bigotry. But the fact is that you should respect it and you should understand it. And an incredible example of this is any civil rights movement that has happened in this country or any other that was peaceful and actually worked. A great example in America, of course, is the Black Civil Rights Movement. I just recently watched a movie called Dare Not Walk Alone, and it's about mainly this one city in Florida where Black people got together and leaders got people together to non-violently march and walk into places, or even to open public places where they weren't allowed because they were black. They respected the bigotry. They didn't act emotionally and out of their fear like the people they were trying to change. And that's what changed the scenario. They respected the situation. They understood what bigotry was. They understood the bigots. They didn't once not respect it, because if they didn't respect it, they wouldn't have got anywhere. Because they respected what they were up against, they actually accomplished at least part of their goal, and whatever, sometime later, a year later, whatever, the president signed bills to give black people more rights. Because when you respect whatever it is you hate, when you can respect it, understand it, and be fair about it, you can prove to the other person automatically, without having to say anything, that I'm a bigger person and I respected something that you didn't respect. And that's what the civil rights movement was. These people were walking around this town in places they weren't supposed to go, by respecting what was happening, while there were white people extremely upset because they weren't used to it, who were doing the complete opposite. Of course, they weren't respecting what these people were doing and what things actually meant, because respect means understanding. It means a fair understanding of the other side, or of your side. It really just means a fair understanding. And there's no time at any point where you shouldn't have a fair understanding of anything. You should always have respect for everything in that definition, in that context, and I think that's what people mean when they say, I don't respect bigotry. Well, in that case, they're wrong. They're completely wrong. You should completely respect it. And if you look at history, there's perfect examples of people accomplishing their goal by respecting the other side, the other side's mentality and actions. Because respect doesn't mean allow, it doesn't mean accept, it doesn't mean let it go on without doing anything. Respect means understanding it and being fair about it. So that's my big qualm with people saying, oh, I don't respect murderers, I don't respect bigotry, I don't respect, you know, that's the complete opposite. That's our problem. We need to respect everything because that's the way that you understand it and progress. So, hope you respect that.